Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole and here on We Mama I do lots of motherhood, lifestyle, cleaning and organisational videos. If you like that kind of thing, make sure you hit subscribe and stay tuned for that kind of content. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be I just wanted to do a sit down video on the things that I didn't buy or didn't really get around to buying when I was pregnant and after I had the baby. So my little boy is called Didier and he is now 9 months. He was born the 3rd of January 2019 and leading up to his birth, basically I watched a load of YouTube videos and I wrote down a list of the things that I wanted, things that I needed. And there were a few things that I just thought were a bit hit and miss, things that I kind of did a little bit of research into and just thought, do I really need that? Do I want this? I watched a lot of reviews on these kinds of things. So now that it's been 9 months on, I just wanted to have a little look back because I haven't really seen any kind of videos like this, like looking back on the products that did I need it? Do I wish that I'd bought it? I'm actually going to do 2 of these videos. I'm going to do this video on the products that I didn't buy, basically a mixture of the things that maybe I wish I kind of bought, things that I just did not need, and the things that I just didn't get around to buying really. And I'm also going to do another video on basically a wish list, things that I wish that I had bought, and whenever the next baby does come along, things that I will definitely be purchasing ready for the next baby. Before we start, I haven't actually got any of these products, as you can tell, so I'm just going to put a picture of said products on the screen whilst I'm talking and you can just see what I'm talking about. Without further ado, let's get into it. First on my list is the little baby bed. It's got 2 brand names. It's called either the Dock-A-Tot or the Sleepyhead. I'd never heard of this until I started watching YouTube. It's basically, if you don't actually know what it is, it's just a kind of bed with raised sides to put a newborn in. It's a lovely idea. It's basically giving the idea that they are tucked in and, you know, they feel enclosed like they're still in the womb because that's what the baby's like. When I was pregnant, I saw this and I just thought, you know, that's a lovely idea. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to put it down on my list. When I came to looking at buying one and I saw the price, and to me, I just thought that was a bit mental. Loads of people love these, there's no hate against people who've bought this. I just thought that was very extortionate for a bed. Some people argue that, yeah, you can take this around the rooms with you, but we had already purchased one of the little baby chairs to put him in. It was literally just a cheap little baby chair, £50 from Motherhood. It had a music box and it vibrated and it had some little dangly sheep over it. We just moved that around the house with us, or we put him in his Moses basket and we moved that around with us. So because we'd already bought those and then I was looking into this Sleepyhead product, I just realised that there was just no need. It would have just been so expensive, and looking back, I'm actually really glad that we didn't buy that. I've heard that people do love them, but they just grow out of them so quickly. The second item that we did not buy was a white noise machine. Love it or hate it, it's quite controversial. Some people swear by it and then other people are just like, there is just no need. We just did not really buy one. We just found that we did not need it. Didier, I'm not gonna lie, there were nights where we were like, oh, shall we go and get one? But in the end, he just didn't really need it. I completely understand that other parents are like, my child will not go to sleep without this white noise machine. But I guess fortunately for us, it was just something that we didn't need. I was also very conscious of making sure that he would go to sleep wherever he could and when he could. I was very conscious that I wanted him to kind of go to sleep when I needed him to go to sleep, if that makes any sense. I know every mother is just going to be like, well, that's the idea. I mean, I personally did not want to become reliant on something. I did not want to become reliant on a certain object, because if anything happened and I didn't have that, I did not want to be stuck like, I need this. Especially that some of the white noise machines I've seen can be quite pricey, around like the £30 mark, which is, you know, it's not pricey, but at the same time, if you're out and about on holiday and you forget it or you lose it, I did not want to become so reliant, thinking like, oh my god, my child is not going to sleep without this, I have to go out and purchase it again, and then have to end up with 2 of these machines, you know, with £60 worth of machines just sat there. I was very conscious I did not want to be reliant on something like that. I did become reliant on was a dummy. A dummy is something that is a lot more affordable to me rather than a white noise machine. So I kind of made that sacrifice in a way. Let me know down in the comments again what you think about white noise machines. Were they your number one, you had to have them, or did you not bother? Third on my list is something that I did not buy stupidly. I have no idea why. It's just something that I did not get around to buying. And that is a nursing cover. So when you're breastfeeding, you've got a cover to cover yourself up, and also a proper nursing bras. I was quite annoyed with myself. I bought a few cheapy ones, just trying to budget and save money, and I did not feel confident in them. And I don't mean the way they looked, I mean the way that they worked. They were so cheap, they weren't comfortable, and it's actually one of the reasons why I kind of stopped breastfeeding. This is another video completely, but I stopped breastfeeding at around 2 weeks because I was not prepared enough. I built myself up, and I knew that I wanted to breastfeed, but for some reason I just did not get around to buying a nursing cover, nursing tops and nursing bras. Some people it might be obvious, like you need those things, of course you do, but I just did not get around to buying them, and I'm so annoyed that I didn't. I have nothing against breastfeeding in public, I've done it, I was not bothered, but for me it was more when family came. I do not live near any of my family. I have always lived at least 2 hours away from my nearest family member, including my mum, my dad. So when my baby was born up in Chester, they would come up and visit for a few days at a time, and of course if you're feeding a baby every 2 hours, I got very awkward and uncomfortable when I had like my dad, my uncles, my stepdad, and they had nothing against it. They were very courteous and they would look away, they would like let me get comfortable, they'd leave the room. But for me, because I did not have that cover, I just gave up basically, and I went out and I bought formula, and I felt a lot better. At the time I didn't, it took me a while to get over the guilt, but like I said, that's another completely different video. But next time, this will definitely be going in my other video, I really wish that I'd gotten around to buying those 3 things: a nursing cover, nursing bras and nursing tops. I definitely want to be prepared next time. Next up is shoes. This is another kind of controversial one, I guess. Some people love dressing up their babies. I'm not against it. If you want your baby to look cute, who am I to tell you not to dress up your baby with cute shoes? Kind of like the wrong shoes on babies that are learning to walk and crawl, because obviously that's just going to stop their development. But I just mean shoes for newborns to make their outfits look cute. If that's your kind of thing, then yeah, of course, go ahead. Take those photos, show them off. But for me, it's something that I personally did not buy because we were budgeting. My friend is obsessed with trainers, she collects trainers, she loves trainers, and she could not wait to buy Didier all these tiny baby trainers. She bought a few and we just didn't wear them, and they were actually quite expensive because, like I said, she likes cool, expensive kind of looking trainers. I think some of them were around £15, and I know that's not that expensive, but for me, I thought that was just ridiculous to be spending on a baby who would literally outgrow them in a matter of weeks. So yes, shoes is something that we did not buy. Next up is one of my favourite things. I can't help but laugh. If you have one of these, let me know down below your thoughts. I'd never personally heard of them until I watched YouTube, but a wipe warmer. I just think this is so funny. I kind of understand that if you're in a very, very cold climate. I mean, places like Iceland, Norway, I guess, Canada gets cold, I guess. I can understand that, but to me, I could not see the point in buying a wipe warmer. Or someone review it on YouTube, and I just thought, why would you spend that money on a wipe warmer? Some babies don't like the cold, but I don't know. To me, I just think it's something that they kind of need to get used to. I don't want to kind of like tiptoe around my baby. If it's cold, it's only for 2 seconds and he needs to make do. If he screams in the night, it's just going to happen. He's not going to like it at the end of the day. You just need to move on. I've seen a lot of reviews on them that people thought that these were a complete waste of money. Something else that I did not buy, and I'm quite unsure really if I should have, I don't know if I'll do it next time, is a Nosefrida. I'm not going to lie, yes, the thought of it just makes me absolutely cringe. If you don't know what a Nosefrida is, it's basically like the long tube to basically suck all the snot and mucus out of your baby's nose, because they obviously can't blow their nose and expel all the nastiness. My little boy Didier, he was pretty sick around 3 to 4 weeks, I think it was. We both got a really bad cold. I think I passed it on to him either via breastfeeding or in general. Kind of gets snotty and I was umming and ahhing about it, but the cold basically lasted like 3 days and then it was gone. So in the meantime, I think the doctor or the midwife like gave me those saline drops and they just worked a treat, and we just didn't end up buying one. I think it would have to depend next time. If he does get a really bad mucousy cough, then obviously if it gets really bad, then I'll just go out and buy one. But I think these kind of retail for around £8 to £9, I think it is over here. And for something that I think the drops can usually cost around £3 to £4, so really I would opt over the drops. I know that you can't get the snot in your mouth, it's like a guard to make sure that that doesn't happen. The thought of it just really creeps me out, and I know I'm very immature and I work with children. I toilet train children. I've had poo, diarrhea, sickness, or everything, but that, I don't think I could stomach that. Next up is a bottle maker. This is something that we did look into. We looked into the Tommee Tippee one, I'll put a picture up, but we actually saw it in a sale where it was quite reasonably priced, from around like £80, I think it was. Loads of people love this. People cannot like deal with not having one of these. We did manage without it really, and sometimes I think, again, I did not want to become reliant on things like that. This machine, you can't take this everywhere you go because it's so big and bulky. I just wanted to get into the frame of mind that, you know, when I was out and about, I had to deal with a screaming baby. I had to deal with this when I was in a car, in public transport, at a friend's, on holiday. And I did not want to become reliant on a machine, if you know what I mean. Yeah, let me know down in the comments what you thought. Was this a complete lifesaver, or was it something that you just felt like you didn't need? Looking back now, I think we did alright without it. I think me and my husband, when he would start to stir, we were a bit more, I would kind of like whack my husband. I would cozy up Didier, I would change his nappy, whilst my husband would make the bottle. And last but not least, we did not buy a bottle warmer. This is something that I did not see the need for. I know that with bottles, if you make up a bottle, a formula, it can last up to an hour. I wouldn't personally even go for like an hour, I think I have before, when it's been in an extreme situation on the way home in a car. If he's like drank, say, a bit of a bottle, like say 4 ounces, left it, didn't want it, and then just before we got home he started kicking off again, say like 40 minutes later, then I would probably give him that bottle. But it was just something, we would just make a brand new fresh bottle. It might be wasteful, but at the end of the day, if he was hungry, that's just kind of what we did. Yeah, as for the bottle warmer, it was just something that we did not really need. I don't even actually know how that works, so maybe that's one of the reasons why. Do people like boil water and so it's sterile and then put it in the fridge to cool down, so that then they can make a bottle with it and then heat it up in the bottle warmer? I'm just confused. I guess that kind of would make sense, so that it just goes straight to an okay temperature rather than making it boiling hot and then cooling it down. It's just something that we never bought or got around to buying. But yeah, once again, let me know down in the comments. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. I don't really think there's much else that I could think of. These were just like kind of some of the obvious ones that when watching reviews and things like that popped up, and I remember thinking at the time like, oh my god, do I need this? Shall I buy this? And now looking back, some of the things I wish that I had, like I said, all the nursing stuff, and other things that I'm just so glad that we didn't buy. Please let me know down below all your thoughts on everything that I've mentioned, what you could and couldn't live without, and also let me know the things that you did not buy when you were pregnant. Thanks guys, thank you for watching this. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, it really helps to support my channel, and make sure you subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.